The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
This is a play along at home one.
Ooh.
And also to make you feel better, regulate your nervous system. It's a Monday morning, so let's try and keep calm, everyone. They say that you should start humming more because when you're humming, you can't have thoughts. I want to try this. You can't have thoughts while you're humming. When you hum, you create a space between your thoughts and your nervous system. Should we try it?
I like this. I guess so. When you have to see that meditation, people do the hum.
Yeah, well, the next thing from this humming is meditation. So when you hum, you stimulate your vagus nerve. You heard of your vagus nerve? I've only heard of it because it's some sort of sympathetic reaction that you get. So my mum got it when, so it slows down all your heart rate and everything.
What's it called?
Your vagus nerve. It calms your nervous system.
What a weird name.
Yeah.
Vagus.
Named after the most exciting city in the world.
I was going to say, I've initiated my Vegas nerve.
Yeah.
Your vagus nerve is really different to that.
Yes.
It's spelled different, V-A-G-U-S, the vagus nerve. The reason I say my mum had a knee operation. Every time they went to cut into her knee, her vagus nerve was triggered and her heart rate just really dropped. It's some sympathetic. By sympathetic, I mean your body does it without you noticing it. So if you do enough humming, it turns into meditation, yes. But I don't know. Do you reckon you don't think when you hum?
I don't.
Let's try it. See, I'm thinking.
I'm totally thinking.
I'm thinking I sound like an idiot. Why am I doing this break?
Yeah, I was thinking then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it must be if you do it a bit stronger.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
I think maybe if you tried it.
Oh, yeah.
He had his vagus nerve going here too.
What's the story behind this? Is this something he did in real life?
He just ad-libbed it. I think that's the story, isn't it, Mitch? He ad-libbed it, and then they went, no, we'll use this. This is gold.
Because he also ad-libbed that saying he does, all right, all right, all right. He ad-libbed that in a movie.
There's the best little clip on that. I sent that to you just a couple of weeks ago, didn't I, Mitch? The one of Matt McConaughey and how he got onto the word of all right, all right.
We were just talking about it, I didn't see the video,
Yeah.
It's in his book. I recommend his book, honestly. His book is called Green Leaves or Green something. He talks about his whole acting and his life and everything. It's
All right.
and he was waiting to walk out in his scene, right? Didn't he? And he wasn't sure what he was going to say. He came up with that.
The one I looked at, he said it was his first scene ever in a movie, and he was sitting in the car and he was listening to The Doors, Jim Morrison, a live concert in between takes. Let's find the clip. It's out there somewhere, and Jim Morrison actually says on stage, all right, just before he came in.
All right.
It was something like that.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
On Saturday night.
Saturday night.
A miserable night because I sat down to watch the Broncos, and I think I've been saying all week, I can't wait to for this Broncos game on the weekend.
Didn't quite turn out.
In your PJs and everything.
In your pyjamas.
Yeah, right in front of the 70-inch screen. I was just like,
in your IKEA pyjamas?
Yeah, I put them on. They didn't go down too well at home, actually.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised
Everybody
either.
made me take them off. Yeah.
I had someone say best pyjamas ever.
Oh, yeah.
You check out our Instagram if you want to see what we're talking about.
Yeah. But, check out the Instagram. We've got our IKEA PJs up. But, no, I was in the search for Oasis tickets. Because
yes. How did that go?
They came on sale. I thought it was going to be 6 p.m. Brisbane time, but you were right, Buzz. It ended up being 7 p.m. Brisbane time. Were you chasing them too, Alicia? There's so many people that I know were having a crack at them, and I didn't get anywhere near them. I think I sent updates through where I was at it wasn't too bad. I got straight into the queue. And if anybody got Oasis tickets from here in Brisbane, can you give us a buzz, 13 24 10? I'd love to know where you started in the queue because...
Which concert, sorry?
So I tried for the Manchester concert, which is going to be on July. They got two, one the 11th and one the 12th. So I tried initially just for the Manchester, the 11th concert. Mm-hmm. And I think I was 150,000th in line. But by the time I checked in at 7 p.m, I was there right. The Bronx were getting flogged, and I was trying to get in. I was like, well, at least I'm in the queue. But they've got so many concerts as well. They go to Dublin, they go to Manchester,
Cardiff.
They play in Wembley, aren't they?
Yep.
As well. So I was like, well, that's not too much. 150 to be
Oh,
150,000
so you're not just for one concert, that's
in
for
line.
every concert.
Well, that's what I was assuming. Or maybe it was just for but that gave me a little bit of hope that I was like, I'm 150,000th in line for the whole of the tour.
Yeah, because Croke Park Dublin would be amazing, I think. That'd be my pick.
Yeah, if you could choose. Yeah, well, I just thought their first concert back in Manchester, being their hometown.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that'd be a big one.
Geez, that'd be...
They'd all be good. But I went from 150,000th in line and to when I gave up and I went, this isn't going to happen, which was after midnight.
After midnight?
What?
I had
You
it
stayed
in
up
bed
till then?
and I just kept refreshing on it. I was up to... I was inside 100th out, but then I was like, this isn't going to happen. And then I woke up
frustrating.
in the morning and I was like, I wonder if I'm still in line, and it had faded out and I had to start again.
Alicia sent that funny thing through. Was it that Oasis broke up?
Yeah.
Yes,
Whilst
yes,
everyone was
yes,
waiting.
yes.
That was
I think you'd get a message.
That's already happened.
Sandy out of Clontarf. So did you get you got them, did you?
I did. When I joined, and it was 6 p.m. our time, I was 9,400 and something in the queue,
Oh, wow.
and 90 minutes, and I got stand-in tickets. Yeah,
To where?
couldn't believe it.
To where?
Pardon?
Where's the concert?
To Wembley. Wembley.
And was
Yeah.
Wembley that what you selected, or do you reckon you were in line for all of them and it picked it randomly? Like,
No, I'd actually picked the date first, and then it put me in the queue for that date, which was the 3rd of August.
Okay, well, see, then maybe I was 150,000th in line for just that Manchester Heaton Park tour.
Yeah.
That's what Alicia's saying too. Yeah, well, my boy Levi was there at 21st, and there was somebody at the 21st. One of the parents was trying to get Oasis tickets, and Levi reckons that they got theirs like within about 25 minutes too.
Really?
It sounds like people started at 6 and you started at 7.
I couldn't get into the queue until 7.
There might have been a pre-sale or something.
Yeah.
Did you sign up for that actually? Because Ash,
No, I never did the pre-sale thing.
did you, Sandy?
No, I didn't. No, just on Saturday at 6 p.m.
There we go.
Is
Is
there
that
any more
is that a good way to? Is that how tickets roll now? Is that the best way they can do it? I've often tried to get tickets like that ever.
I like that more than because I remember lining up for Taylor Swift tickets and you had no idea where you are.
Online?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone is there ticket
Yeah,
text.
whether it's
Well,
different.
this
for
was
Taylor Swift and-
Ticketmaster UK, so I don't know if you'd be
Yeah.
able to buy them in Australia.
Is that the last time? Is it all the tickets sold now?
They have 17-date tour. That's what they announced, and they're all sold out.
Wow. In what period of time did they say, I wonder? Obviously, probably about 90 minutes.
Well, it was done by the morning, Suze.
Yeah.
Got one more here if you want to.
Yeah, Sandra, Raceview. You got some, did you?
I did,
Oh, to the Manchester gig.
yes.
Oh, good on you.
What
did they cost you?
Is it a similar story where you 90 minutes? What happened?
I started at 7, got them at 9:30, and I was 63,000 in the queue.
Wow.
Maybe if you had maybe you did get them and then it blanked out. You know, you maybe.
I
No,
reckon
no,
it's-
sorry,
yeah,
Ben Ash, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
yeah, so it was like, $1,355.
We'll swap you $100 Finn McCool's voucher, Sandra, for your tickets.
Oh, no, yeah, my sister would kill me.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
What's your favourite band?
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, Fleetwood Mac. When were they from? I mean, I'm not even kidding you. They would have.
Oh, geez.
1970s. They would have
The
actually
70s.
became a band. Ashley, favourite band? I think I can already answer
I'll
this.
say Oasis at the moment. Yeah.
Oasis. When are they? They were probably the late
90s?
80s or early 90s. They would have
90s, yeah.
gathered.
90s?
So that's going back a little bit. I spoke to Buzz about this on the weekend. I heard this really interesting stat.
Yeah.
And I ran it past Buzz and he thought it was pretty interesting as well.
Can I change my band now then?
Yeah, what do you want? Go on.
Something a bit more current.
Well, you've got to go with it.
Well,
that's
go on,
that's
go
the
on.
point.
What is it? What is a current one?
Oh, God. I can't think of one.
Well, that's the point.
I can't think of one.
So,
Radio.
so there's some stats. Now, look, these are
Yeah.
English stats. Keep that in mind, okay? This is the British music industry because these are the stats I found. Around weeks at number one in different times for bands. So, your Oasises and your Fleetwood Macs back in the day. We're trying to think
a
of one
current
more
band?
current. It's a very good point. It actually strengthens my position here because to give you an idea, around some stats around the top 40. This is in the UK. Number one. So top 40 number ones and how many weeks they spent at number one. In the first half of the 90s decade, of the 80s rather, the 80s decade, so from 1980 to, for 4 or 5 years, bands were at number one for a total of 146 weeks. In
average time.
Yeah, in the first half of the 1980s.
So from 80 to 85, there was 146 weeks that there was a band at the top of number one.
A band, not a single artist.
A band.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
In the 90s, in the first half of the 90s, from 90 to 95, there was 141 weeks. Bands were at number one for 141 weeks.
About the same.
It's just fractionally less. Cut to this decade, so from 2020 to, where we are now, 2024, 3.
Really?
And one of them was a Beatles song, so, which was re-released or whatever they call it.
Who are the other two?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Little Mix was one.
Coldplay?
Wow.
And the other one was not.
Girls?
The other one was actually an obscure collaboration, not really a band either.
Is your point the fact that there's far more individual artists now than there are bands?
So look at our playlist for our entire radio show today. I won't run through every name, but I'll run through the artists. I can do that pretty quickly. Miles Smith, Nick Jonas, Taylor Swift, Hosier, Troye Sivan, Miley Cyrus, Shabuzi, DJ Snake and Justin Bieber, Dasher, Cyril Dean Lewis, The Weeknd with Madonna and Playboi Carti, Carly Rae Jepsen, Charlie XCX, Ed Sheeran, Billie Eilish. Is it Ciara? Is that how you say
I'm
it?
scrolling. Yep.
Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars collaboration, and David Guetta and Sia. Not one band.
No bands.
How many bands would? And that's just not a Nova thing. I think you'd find maybe
why?
Some rocky stuff, some older stuff, but
yeah. Why do you think that is?
I
do you
don't
think it's
know.
just single artists because it's more of people get discovered through TikTok or?
I guess
that
so.
type of thing?
I think you could maybe say that because of
Everybody
because of
seems
that
to be-
culture now.
And then even if you do get a band, they can't break up quick enough to go off and start individual careers.
Individual stuff.
As
Is
soon
it
as
easy to make money? Is that what it is? Is it just harder to be in a band these days and make coin and touring, or is it easy just to do the solo thing? Is that it? I don't know.
And also, each you can have a specific skill set and then skew your skill set to being an individual artist. Like being a DJ, for example, is like something that now is a true individual pursuit.
Yes.
Yeah, how many DJs are on that, I wonder? Yeah, it's not even sort of their music, is it? They're sort of just putting it together.
Yeah.
Not just.
You've got a lot of producer-style people,
Yeah.
like DJ Snake, David Guetta.
I've had a look for the rest of the day as well. If you exclude the noughties at 9, which kind of feeds into your point about older songs.
Yeah.
There's 3 bands on our playlist
For
between 10 and 2 before Chrissy
Right.
takes over, and they're all older bands. So Blink-182, One Direction, Good Charlotte.
Right.
They're the only bands that we're
Wow.
playing.
It's an interesting stat.
And One Direction isn't around.
Exactly.
They all went off and did their own
Yeah,
thing.
they've split.
They've
split off on individual
No,
things.
that's a really valid observation. So,
And it sort of happened without noticing it. Because and the question I said to Buzz out on the weekend, I said, we used to say, what's your favourite band? I guess we now say, who's your favourite singer?
Or artist.
Or artist, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I can't think of a current band. I'm really...
Off the top of your head, it's really hard to think of a current
Trying to-
band,
Well,
isn't
not
it?
one that we play on air. Like, I think because you got a lot of underground sort of. I like a
Yes.
lot of very
still
obscure music.
exist.
Yeah, and I go see bands for gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
but they're not playing bigger venues like River Stage.
No.
when was the last time that there was a current band, that had even a top 10 in Australia?
Current band.
Well, you think of, I'm trying to think of who I've seen at Suncorp Stadium. Like bands I've seen at Suncorp Stadium that have had a top 10. Not really. They're all sort of retrospective.
Yeah, like Fooey's.
Yeah, Fooey's.
Coldplay.
Shepherd?
Someone
Pearl Jam. Did they bounce back into the charts? Not really.
Lockie, what's your stat about the ARIA's top 50 at the moment?
So I just checked the ARIA charts at the moment. The only band that's in the top 50 songs is NSYNC with Bye Bye Bye, and that's off the back of the Deadpool movie.
Wow.
I think the Killers are in the top 100 as well. I was looking. So
But NSYNC aren't together, are they?
No.
No, so
They've gone.
No, they've just re-released that song because of Deadpool.
So in other words, in the top 50 at the moment, there is not in Australia, there is not one band.
No.
Weird.
Like, think about that. That's crazy.
You're right, we didn't even know. Oh, I didn't even notice that until you brought it up, and now it's like,
snuck up on us.
Yeah. Crazy.
Madness, Buzz.
What's the world coming to?
Wonder if it'll bounce back.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
Previously on the search for Susie's missing car keys.
I've lost my keys at Bunnings. We went through all the cameras. 2 other ladies went to the toilet. She was wearing a black polo shirt. She had black long hair. I saw you near the toilet.
Is that actually
on
her?
the CCTV footage.
I'm so sorry. I do not have your car keys.
No.
Really got out.
Jeez, this is really turning into something, isn't it?
It is.
So who have we got today? We've got someone from the TV show Hunted.
Yeah, which is on.
Not just someone.
It continues tonight, by the way, 7:30, Channel 10 and 10 Play. It's the Chief, Reece Dewar, OAM.
Hello, Reece. Are you the?
Good to talk to you again.
Are you the detective?
I am a special operations operator and a former officer. So, yeah, I've hunted a lot of people in my time.
So where are Susie's keys?
Well, we're hoping we can get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I've done so far and tell me if I've done good.
Yeah, because we don't know how we continue this at this point.
Yeah, I sort of feel like we've
It's getting desperate.
everything. So I've been back to Bunnings. I went to all the places that I visited, and I looked at the CCTV footage. And we've currently we had 2 ladies that I identified, and someone drew their faces. One of them came into the show.
We found one of them.
We found one of them. We haven't found the other one.
So we had we had identity. What do you call it? The identikit photos or whatever, which an artist did for us. We found the brunette. I feel like the blonde woman is the person of interest that we need to find here, Reece.
All right. So what was the timeline between the 2 women actually entering? Did they enter simultaneously? Was there a gap? Anything like that?
Well, I went to the toilet at about 10:03. I came back to check the
You
toilet.
flushed at 10:05.
10:05. I came back at 10:22. The ladies from memory, one was in there about 10:10, and one was in there probably about 10:15.
So 5 to 10 minutes was the time
Apart.
duration
Yeah, so
between
there's
the
a
flushing.
5-minute window.
Yeah. So what is that a problem?
Well, what we're trying to determine is whether the 2 women are linked, right?
Yes.
So, whether there was one that's gone in and then the other one is a friend or anything like that. So when we actually interviewed that individual that you actually have had on your show, did we ask if there was a connection or anything like that?
She said there wasn't.
Did we ask that?
We didn't ask. We said that we didn't ask. We did not ask that.
We
Damn
presumed.
it!
Oh, my
We
God.
Forgot to
presumed.
ask. That's just simple question, Susan.
Oh, God. No, we didn't ask that. We just presumed
I don't
that
think so, right?
they didn't know each other.
Because
I
one
don't think
so.
woman was
Here's the-
stocking
here's the-
shelves, and the other woman.
Here's the thing, we don't work on don't think so. So it's kind of like we've got to ask those direct questions to find out yes or no question
Never
answers.
assume.
And then once we've ticked that off, then we can go another line of avenue.
Yeah.
So
you've
do
got
we
to
drag her back
check.
in?
That's a great thing.
Well, we had Vari. Vari was the person we brought in.
Vari,
She works for Holman.
Yeah.
Then she sent us.
She's a stockist.
Well, she sent us some Holman products. Do you reckon that might have been to get us off her scent?
Yeah, we like her a bit because she sent us some free
Sent
free
some hose
hoses. Yeah.
That's actually a lovely gesture. But did she? Was the question asked of? Did she see anything on the floor or in the bathroom when she was in there? Was there anything that she has fixed in her memory? Did she see those
Tell
things?
me we asked her whether she said.
I think we asked, but none of us can remember.
We were just sucking up to her to get free
Did we
Holman
even
products.
ask her whether she found the keys?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't
So
know.
you guys, when you do your investigation, I need you to start recording and writing this stuff down, okay?
Yeah.
Well, this is important. There's some serious
the
flaws in
topic
our.
turned hose fittings pretty quickly.
Do you think there's a chance, Reece, that the keys could have been flushed down the toilet? And if they were,
What were you doing? Yeah.
well, they're in my back
Yeah,
pocket.
look, no-
And I went to the toilet and
Look,
they could fall out of my
was
back
it a
pocket.
single key? Was it a group of keys?
No, it's a big-
It's a
big
single
thing.
key, but it's in a really big pouch, a man's pouch, like
Yeah,
a man car pouch.
Yeah, it's one of those fancy sort of man pouch sort of things for those European cars.
Yeah, right. So
Japanese
it's
car.
just a vehicle key. So there is a possibility that it could have been flushed, especially if that that pouch is, is
Loose.
buoyant.
Yeah,
So,
which it is.
So there is quite a possibility of that. The
weighing
question I
against that-
would ask.
Well, Sue says
Sorry?
she generally stands up and checks before she flushes, like as your
Well, there you
standard
go.
protocol.
You're going to say she generally stands up while she goes to the toilet.
Well,
Yeah. So the question I would ask Susie is that where were the keys when you were actually in the toilet? Were they in your pocket? Were they in your hand?
Good point.
That's what I can't remember. So I've got, your memory never works. So one of my memories says they're in my jean pocket. The other memory said that they were in my hand holding a plastic bag at the same time. And my third memory says that they were on top of the toilet roll holder, and that's where I put them. So I can't remember.
Right, is that a common thing for you to do, put keys on top of toilets when you go to toilets, or is that just
she's well known for it.
My hands were full, so I needed to put them there?
It is, unfortunately. It's a disgusting habit, I know, because that was very dirty.
Yeah, there is
I agree.
There is a hygiene issue
There's a
here.
hygiene problem.
Just in relation, we're probably going to wrap this up and remind people again that the 100 Australia continues tonight at 7:30 on Channel 10 and 10 Play. If to find this blonde woman, what's the easiest way to find a blonde woman if we have some idea of what she looks like?
Yeah, right. So, listen, my next point of call would have been through your cyber systems or cyber security elements, looking for artificial intelligence to regenerate that sketch. And then once we've got that, we can actually put that on social media platforms.
Right.
And go through social media to actually hunt the individual that you're actually looking for.
Right. Yeah,
and then once we've got positive identification of that individual, then we can go further from there.
Okay.
Can you lend us the tech that you use on Hunted to follow credit cards and stuff, Reese, just in case?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like if we need further assistance, let me know. We'll get the cyber team onto it. The other one I would say is, did we talk to the Bunnings staff to see if any keys are handed in?
Yeah,
we have done that, so they're on alert too. I've also just realised that your first name is also a bathroom product that Bunnings stock. So if they're interested in giving us free stuff as well, we will accept Reese Plumbing.
That's exactly right. I'm everywhere.
That's so cool. Well,
thank you so much for that.
Yeah, enjoying the show, mate. So it's on again tonight, and thanks for that.
Awesome, guys. Thank you very much.
There he is, Reese, Chief Dewar, OAM. Hunted Australia continues tonight from 7:30. You can catch that on Channel 10 and 10 Play. If you have any information on Susie's missing keys, get in contact with us on social media.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
Sorry, mate.
I can't see Buzz. He's got a crook back today, so his seat's really low. I just can't see you. You're not there. But I saw the...
it's like Dickie Knees doing the paddling.
Yeah,
it actually is.
You know Dickie Knees?
Hey,
don't investigate one of my old references. It works out well.
Did you see I heard the Suze, I think you guys heard it off air before, saying about that crocodile in...
Oh, yes. Talk about that.
Because Mum's...
What happened in that crocodile thing?
Say it exactly how you said to me. It was so funny.
Yeah, so there's one of those boats where you look over the edge and they have the crocodiles and they dangle the food, and this crocodile's going, it's a 3-metre croc, fairly big.
Comes out of the water.
It's coming out and having a crack, and then all of a sudden there's this other croc there that they call the Dominator. They actually call him the Dominator, and he attacks the other croc
as the
croc's having a bite and a feed.
Yeah,
putting on a show for the crowd.
Yeah,
the Dominator comes in and chomps on the croc, the 3-metre thing, takes it underwater, death rolls it, kills one of his own, and then pops his head up to the crowd again with the leg of the crocodile in its mouth.
Wow,
the Dominator.
Wow.
How good is that?
How big was the Dominator?
It must be like 5 metres or something. I think it's a big hua.
Because they're territorial. They've always got names like the big rodeo bulls, hey?
Yeah.
You know, the rodeo bulls have got names like that too.
Yeah, remember that? You had Chainsaw. Bromwell Bishop. Yeah, there's some big ones around at the time.
Oh, right.
But yeah, the Dominator.
That's a good name, isn't it?
That reminds me, I saw some footage today as well of a zoo, same sort of thing with a lion in the enclosure, but it was a big glass enclosure. And they had little kids at the glass and showing the lions doing what they would do if they were out in the wild. And so, there's all these different videos of footage. Some footage, the lions are like stalking the little kid walking up.
Oh, God.
And then jumping in the glass. And then other ones are just like running from a distance. Like you see them like cantering towards the glass, or little kids just going,
I've seen
behind
that,
the glass. Have you seen it? And the lions just like jump up and then splat onto the glass.
Imagine the glass cracks.
Oh, yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.